I'm Pierre Chéron. I'm in charge of Southeast Asian activities for ENGIE, and I'm delighted to be with you this morning to share a bit of my thoughts and experience in IoT and with UNABIS over the past few years. Yes, you're absolutely right. We've been at ENGIE, especially for the past 3 to 4 years, I would say, investing heavily into selected startups and setting up partnerships with them in order to feed our core business priorities. And smart cities, helping cities to become smarter, more efficient, and more resilient and sustainable is at the core of the strategy of ENGIE. Large-scale IoT, large-scale digitalization of cities supported by proper and cost-effective IoT solutions is a must, is an essential brick in making cities smarter and more sustainable. And in that context of large-scale IoT developments, we believe that zero-G solutions have a great potential and are a great solution for that. And that's why we've been a partner of Sigfox and we've been a partner of UNABIS, because this is an essential brick for us. Large-scale development for smart metering, smart utilities. For example, UNABIS secured a significant contract for gas metering in Japan with Nichi Gas, but we see also a lot of opportunities of applying zero-G technology for IoT solutions to improve our traditional services, such as facility management, where we've been working with UNABIS successfully in interesting projects with hospitals in Singapore, for example. What's very important, I think, is that we're not looking just at building networks which will allow some affordable connectivity for IoT. We really need to look at the entire ecosystem and the entire solutions, because every type of customer, whether it's a hospital, a gas distribution company, a water company, any logistics company, need this kind of technologies, but they need it differently, and they need it to be integrated with specific devices, specific sensors, and specific end-to-end entire solution. And I think that's what's very important. So zero-G is the basic layer, but what we need to build on top of that is much more important. You're right, IoT has been a buzzword for digitalization for the past close to 10 years. But and a lot of initiatives, a lot of companies have done IoT solutions, IoT networks, IoT devices, IoT applications, etc. But when you look at the actual implementation and commercial success of it, there's only a handful of them who really made it and have turned it into a real sustainable commercial business model. And especially in smart cities, the basic layer to collect data, but what you need on top of that is all the end-to-end solution that will not only collect, but also treat this data and aggregate them and present them and usable for the end user. And that's what I think differentiates UNABIS from many other IoT companies. UNABIS is not a pure connectivity player. UNABIS really developed additional skills in end-to-end integration, software design, devices design, and much beyond that, also industrializing the manufacturing of devices. So UNABIS really looked at the entire chain and took it in its own hands. That's what really differentiates UNABIS from many other IoT players. And I think that explains a lot the success of UNABIS today. To be honest, it was my first experience really being involved in the management of a startup. Honestly, I was really interested in the technology, in IoT, because again, I believe this is essential for the execution of ENGIE's strategy, especially in cities. When I joined the board, the company was still a bit struggling, but had a clear direction. What I think made this company successful, I mentioned it before, is a strategy which went way beyond the pure connectivity, and also a vision carried by the founders founders which I found immediately very motivated, very inspiring, and very pushy, and strongly believing that their strategy was right. And I think they drove the team, and they built a strong team around them to execute this strategy. And even if many people at that time were questioning the diversification strategy of Unabis to go for the entire value chain and to build the entire value chain and solution beyond just the connectivity, they managed to stick very strongly to their vision, despite the adverse winds coming from maybe inside and outside, and to drive the team in that direction. So I got to know Henry, I think 2 years ago. I didn't know him yet. I had heard about him and heard about his character because he's quite well known in the French community in Singapore. And I would say I've been impressed by his drive, his energy, his dynamism, sometimes overflowing dynamism, but that's what startup needs as well, as someone who leads them with enthusiasm and a lot of energy. But I think Henry has gained in maturity in the past 2 years. And I think largely thanks to Henry and his vision and his capability also to build around him a strong team, which is quite diverse. And that was built by Henry. So I think he's a great leader for this kind of ventures, yes.